Okay, so we are given a situation. To prevent the ladder from sliding down, the man exerts a horizontal force at C. We are given the length L1 to be equal to 1.5. And then the length L2 is 4.5. So this means that this overall length is actually 6. No? Okay? So, and then the given angle is 30 degrees. So first question, find the horizontal force at C which the man should exert if the weight of the ladder is 500 newtons. So meron lang weight yung ladder. Okay? And also, according to item 1, assume that surface A and B are frictionless. Okay? So meaning this is frictionless and also this one. So, lagyan natin ng um, reactions, no? Yung ladder. So basically, let's draw the free body diagram of the ladder. So free body diagram of the ladder. Okay, so we will have a normal reaction here. Okay, and we will have another normal reaction here. So reminder lang, pag sinabi po natin na normal reaction, from the word normal, ibig sabihin, it is perpendicular to the surface of contact. Okay, kaya as you can see, kaya nalaman natin na yung reaction dito, no, would be vertical because the surface of contact is horizontal. Dito naman, kaya nalaman natin na horizontal yung normal force kasi the surface of contact is vertical. Okay, tapos lagi yan perpendicular doon, no? So, that's it, no? Yun na lahat ng forces acting on the ladder. So, let's solve for the, ano kailangan? So, we are asked to solve for the horizontal force F. Okay, so to solve for F, lagyan ko muna ng mga measurements. First of all, um, this distance can be calculated. Okay? And that distance is basically 1.5 sine of the given angle. So why? Kasi if you would look at this triangle, yan, yung triangle na yan, lumalabas na ito ay 30 degrees and then this is 1.5. So lumalabas yung 1.5 is yung hypotenuse, no? So that's why this is 1.5 sine of 30 degrees. Okay? So next, let's also define this distance. Kasi mamaya guys, ang naisip ko dito is mag summation of moment tayo. So that distance naman is going to be 3 meters times cosine of 30. So bakit 3 meters? Kasi ang weight ay dapat nag-a-act dun sa gitna ng ladder or sa centroid niya, which is yung gitna niya, no? So yung total length kasi ng ladder ay 6. So ngayon, if you would consider this right triangle once again, no, as you can see, etong length na to should be half of 6 meters. Kaya meron tayong ganitong triangle. Okay, so this is still 30 degrees, but this is 3 meters. So therefore, this is going to be 3 cosine 30. Okay? And then lastly, ito can be defined as 6 meters times sine of 30. So once again, kapag kinonsider naman natin itong triangle na to, ito obvious na, no? Ito yung 6. So ito yung 30. So therefore, opposite ito, kaya 6 sine 30. Okay? So the reason I did that is because I want to take summation of moment at A. Okay, para makuha natin yung or para makakreate tayo ng equation. So pwede tayong mag-moment kahit saan pero preferably dito sa A or sa B na lang dahil unknown din naman yung mga forces na yun, no? So let me take summation of moment about point A assuming counterclockwise is positive. So starting off with F, no? So yung F, ang moment arm niya is 1.5 sine of 30. And the rotation is clockwise. Pag ganito. Okay? And then we have the weight. no? So, ang rotation niya is also clockwise. Ang moment arm niya ay ito. Ayan. Okay? And lastly, na iikot dyan is yung normal reaction sa B. Na ang ikot ay counterclockwise. So, plus NB times 6 sine of 30. And that is all equal to 0. No? For now, that is our equation. Right? So for now, that is our equation. However, we will need to create another equation kasi dalawa yung unknowns sa equation ko. Meron kang F, meron kang NB. And meron naman tayong dalawang pwedeng pagpilian equilibrium equation, summation ng forces X or Y. Kapag nag-summation of forces Y tayo, actually masasolve natin yung NA. Pero hindi natin mapuproduce yung equation involving NB tsaka F. Kaya para ma-involve tong dalawa, I will take summation of forces X. Okay, so I'll assume to the right positive. So we have F to the right and then NB to the left. Okay? So yun lang naman yung forces acting horizontally. No, wala nang iba. So therefore, we can say that NB is actually equal to F. And with that, we can substitute NB here. No? So pwede palitan to ng NB. So pwede natin to palitan ng F. And from there, we can solve for F. Okay? So solving for F, so that gives us 577.35 newtons. So that is the required force that to be exerted to the ladder to maintain equilibrium. So our answer here would be letter D. Okay? Next, if the weight of the ladder is 500 newtons, what is the reaction at A? And again, once again, yung surfaces A and B are frictionless. So ito pa rin yung free body diagram natin. So, um, to solve for NA, basically, gagawin mo lang summation of forces Y and kitang-kita kagad. This for number 1, this for number 2. If you take summation of forces Y equal to 0, assuming upward positive, so kitang-kita kagad na NA is equal to 500. Okay? Kasi wala namang ibang force acting on the Y. So therefore, our answer here would be letter C. Okay, lastly, number 3, find the maximum weight of the ladder that can be held from sliding if the man exerts a force of 200 newtons and the coefficient of friction at A is 0.3 and at B is 0.2. So this time, meron ng friction, no? So let me redraw the free body diagram for the ladder. Okay? So once again, merong weight. Okay, pero unknown na siya. And ito ang known. This is 200 newtons. Okay? Tapos, this time, merong normal reaction pa rin sa A at saka merong normal reaction sa B. Pero meron ng friction. No? And according to problem number 3, yung sa A daw, ang coefficient of friction is 0.3 at sa B naman ay 0.2. No? So, mu sub A is 0.3. Tapos yung mu sub B ay 0.2. Okay. So ngayon, ang friction natin, tandaan natin, ang friction is always parallel to the surface of contact, no? Kung ang normal force ay laging perpendicular sa surface of contact, ang friction force naman ay laging parallel. So kung ito yung surface of contact, dyan papunta yung friction, no? Ngayon, ang tanong, ano yung direction ng friction? Um, to emphasize this, dati sa ibang mga supports, no, like roller support, hinge support, fixed support, no, yung mga ganon, merong mga reactive forces, di ba? Ibig sabihin, merong mga reactions. And sa mga ganong klaseng support, no, it is okay for us to assume the direction of the reactive force. Okay, that is okay, no? To assume kasi later on malalaman lang natin na yung assumption natin ay tama kung positive yung na-solve natin and negative naman, ibig sabihin mali yung direction na inassume natin. And ang gagawin lang natin is babalik rin natin yung assumption, di ba? So ganun lang kasimple, no? Kapag ganong klaseng support yung meron tayo. Kaya lang ibahin po natin yung rough surfaces, yung mga surfaces na merong friction. So guys, dito, hindi po tayo pwedeng mag-assume basta-basta ng direction ng friction. Okay? It is important for us to understand what would be the impending motion. Kasi kapag ka nagkamali tayo ng assume ng direction ng friction sa mga rough surfaces, it is highly possible that our calculated value will be wrong. So hindi siya kagaya ng mga support reaction na pagka nagkamali ka ng assume, magne-negative lang. Okay, dito hindi. Kaya importanteng malaman ano ba ang tamang direksyon ng impending motion. So sa case na to, ang tinatanong sa atin ay maximum weight. Ano daw yung maximum weight? Pinakamabigat. Ano yung pinakamabigat na pwede si ladder, na maging bigat ni ladder para kahit na sinuportahan natin ng 200 newtons to, ay hindi pa rin siya magi-slide, no? Hindi pa rin siya magi-slide or ano ba yung sinasabi nating pag-slide? Ibig sabihin ba yung ladder lilipad doon? Hindi naman, no? So ibig sabihin ba yung ladder parang bababa dito? So I think that's better. No, that's the correct impending motion. So in order for us to know kung ano yung proper na direction ng friction, kaya ang una mo dapat alamin is ano ba yung impending motion. No, ano ba yung ine-expect natin na paggalaw nung object in the absence of friction. Okay? So, kunwari, walang friction dyan. Ano ba ang imagine natin na pwedeng paggalaw yan? I think isa lang naman. Babagsak na naman yan dito, no? So, ibig sabihin, kung mag-focus tayo sa surface of contact na to, para mangyayari, ang impending motion niya, pababa. Tapos kapag mag-focus naman tayo sa surface of contact na to, ang impending motion niya, papunta doon. Di ba? Hindi pa pwedeng papunta dito. Di ba? Papunta doon, no? So, yun yung impending motion. So, lagyan natin. Okay, so bali sa point B, ang impending motion natin is ganito. Okay? Sa point A, ang impending motion natin is pa ganito. Alright? So dahil doon, na-define na natin. So dapat yung friction opposite doon sa impending motion. So sa point A, dapat yung friction natin papunta dito. Tapos sa point B, ganito. Ayan. So yun nga yung correct na direction ng friction. At importanteng ma-identify yun sa umpisa. Pag nagkamali ka kasi ng identify doon, mamamali na yung sagot mo. Okay? So now, let's create equations para ma-solve ito. So unahin ko ulit lagyan ng mga measurements. Hindi ko na ulit ipapaliwanag, ano? Pero yung measurement dito kanina was, bali ito ay 1.5, ito ay 4.5, tapos ito ay 6. Okay? So, ibig sabihin ito ay 1.5 sine of 30 degrees. Okay? And then, ito naman, from earlier, from earlier was 3 cosine of 30. And then lastly, ito. Okay, so this is 6 sine of 30. So meron pa pala isa. So pag nag-moment kasi ako sa A, di ba iikot to. So ito yung moment arm niya. Iikot to, ito yung moment arm niya. Tapos iikot ito naman yung moment arm niya. Pero ito, meron pa tayong additional force dyan. So ano naman tong distance na to? So that is 6 cosine of 30. Kasi 6 ito. Okay? So let's create an equation. So taking summation of moment about point A, assuming counterclockwise positive. So we will have yung F na 200. Ang moment arm ay 1.5 sine of 30. The rotation is clockwise. So that's gonna give me negative based on my assumption. Next, yung W. Yung W, ang moment arm ay 3 cosine 30. And the rotation is also clockwise. Now, for NB, normal reaction at B, the moment arm is 6 sine of 30. Okay, and the rotation this will produce will be counterclockwise. So that's why this is plus. Okay? And lastly, don't forget, meron pa tayong FB, yung friction sa B. Ang moment arm nun ay 6 cosine 30. And ang rotation nun ay also counterclockwise, so plus. Okay, so yan yung equation natin. Now, to minimize the unknowns, we have to create other relationships. First is yung friction. So yung limiting or maximum friction is given by mu times n. Kumbaga, yan yung pinakamalaking friction na pwedeng i-produce dito sa mga surfaces na to. So it's a function of the coefficient of friction and the normal reaction. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kapag na-reach natin yan, nasa ano na tayo? Nasa boundary na tayo na magi-start na siyang gumalaw or mag-slide. So, dahil ang hinahanap naman natin is yung pinakamabigat na pwede dito, edi ang gagawin natin ay isasagad natin ngayon yung friction na to. So, kumbaga, imagine natin na masasagad siya. So, aabutin niya to maximum na to. Kaya pwede nating sabihin na yung friction sa B ay equal sa mu B, which is 0.2, times normal reaction at B. So, ngayon, pwede ko na itong palitan ng 0.2 NB. Okay? Now, another point. Dahil kapag pinalitan ko to ng 0.2 NB, this equation will still contain two unknowns, W and NB. So, kailangan ko pang makapag-produce ng another equation. Okay, and let's proceed to other equilibrium condition like summation of forces, let's say x is equal to 0. So pag nag-summation of forces x tayo, tingnan na natin kung anong meron. Bali, we have FA to the right, and then we have 200 to the right, and then we have NB. Okay? So yun yung NB natin. So dito, pwede ulit natin isagad yung FA. So we can say that FA is equal to 0.3 of NA. So, pwede ko na itong palitan ng 0.3 of NA minus NB, rearrange ko lang, equals negative 200. And let me call this equation number 1. So, meron tayo isang equation. Tapos, ito rin, ayusin natin to. No? So, pwede natin palitan na to. Nito dito. Okay, 0.2 of NB. So dito na sa baba. So, from summation of moment at A equal to 0, so we will have um, NB, manahin ko muna NB. NB times 6 sine 30 plus yung FB ay 0.2 NB tapos times 6 cosine 30. Okay, minus W 3 cosine 30. Tapos transpose ko lang sa kabila itong part na to, yung negative 200. Okay, ito. Yan. Okay? So, magiging positive na yan, no? So, siguro move natin. So, magiging 200 times 1.5 sine 30. Ayan. And let me call this, actually, pwede natin ito pagsamahin eh. Ito. Okay, kasi NB lang naman yan. So, pwede mo sabihin na NB times 6 sine 30 plus 0.2 times 6 cosine 30. Ayan. Minus W, 3 cosine 30 equals 200 times 1.5 sine of 30. And we can call this equation number 2. Okay, so ang nakikita ko kasi dito, linear yung equation 1, tas 2 unknowns. Tas linear dito equation 2, tas 2 unknowns din, pero iba. So, ibig sabihin, tatlo na so far yung unknowns ko, yung NA, yung NB, tsaka yung W. So, isa na lang na equation, masasolve ko na to. So, we will now proceed with summation of forces. Ano bang hindi pa natin nagagawa? Y. Okay, so assuming upward positive. So, for summation of forces Y, we have NA, upward. Tapos, we have FB, upward din. And then we have the W, which is downward. So, minus W. Okay? And again, yung FB, papalitan natin ng 0.3 NB. Minus W is equal to 0. So, ito yung pinampalit ko, guys. Ito. Ay, sorry. 0.2 pala. Hindi pala 0.3. 0.2. Ayan. Okay, and I can call this equation number 3. And as you can see, yung tatlong equations natin ay linear lang naman. So we can solve all of them using our equation, mode equation in the calculator. Ayun, okay, kaya pala eh. Ito, o nga, dapat ito ay plus. Okay, so let me redo the computation. So basically, ano lang, yung sign lang dun sa computation natin. So, ano lang yun, sa equation 3, dapat ito 0.2. Yan. Ay, ayun, 359 and 420.73. Okay, so 307.75 yung NB and 359.80. Okay, so that's correct. So our answer is, oh yeah, letter C, 429 newtons. And that's how we solve this problem.